And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And you look at the Saints' defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Here's Carr to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right. First play of the drive, going for 14 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
It's the score. Broncos 7, Saints nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Carr now to throw.
pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 71 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Now it's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. These two teams all tied after one. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. To throw, here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A quick toss out right, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, a 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
To throw, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with their second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
To throw is Nix.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Carr.
That is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for the Saints.
Now Carr again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they send the tight end in motion left.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Nix to the air. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In motion comes the tight end left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. In motion, the tight end. Throwing Nix. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Nix. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. What's good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Carr to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr going to throw. And he was caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Carr to throw again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw his Carr.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
To throw, here's Nix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
3rd down and 13.
Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to cap.
Dobbins hit, and he fumbles. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out,
They fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to the air with Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Rolling to his right. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Trying to do something, you gotta leave with the ball.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Carr, he wants to change up the look here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This is 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Coming left is Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this will be caught. Taking the knee, some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes.